And now an exclusive report on the refugio oil spill. Much of the cleanup is done and the lawsuits are piling up. But those most directly impacted by the spill say they've lost something much more valuable than their business. News Channel 3's Paula Lopez reports.
And he comes into the office and he says, "What's that smell? Mom, what is that smell?" He goes, "This is terrible." And we started smelling. He goes, "It's a gas leak."
It wasn't a gas leak. It was oil. While Craig and Cindy Michaela worked in their offices at Olivos Del Mar Ranch, just a few miles from Refugio Beach, the Plains All-American pipeline had ruptured. It was May 19th.
So nobody was getting back to us for the longest time. We didn't really know what was happening. So then it was getting worse and worse. And so we decided to go down to the beach and go check it out. And then we were devastated with what we were seeing.
It's about 3:30.
What they were seeing was captured on their son's iPhone. Thick, black, oily ooze coating the shoreline and being pulled into the ocean by the tide, turning the normally white, frothy waves into a rolling sludge.
There was nobody there. The entire little our beautiful little pristine ocean was black, and people were just standing around. Campers. They hadn't evacuated anybody. There was getting black ink all over the beach, and we were going to, well, where are the booms? Where's the pads? Where's the people? There was no people.
Feeling powerless after their offer to bring heavy equipment in to help with the cleanup was declined, Craig and Cindy retreated back to their sprawling 200-acre ranch that sits just north of the spill.
Refugio is where that swale is, right there. Refugio.
The fumes forced the Michaelas off their property and into the emergency room.
The doctor's notes.
Where tests and x-rays showed a troubling diagnosis.
And we were told that we possibly had chemical pneumonia in our lungs. Too much chemical in the lung.
What's kind of surprising to me is that even the emergency room doctor didn't know how to handle somebody that had been exposed to this crude. Now there's a product in the crude that keeps it flowing, which is a very strong solvent type of a product, and that is extremely toxic. She told us that she had to Google what kind of treatment.
Actually, you can see a yellow sign up there on the ridgetop.
Next door to the Michaelas Ranch is Aurelia Ranch. Mark and Susie Tottram raise and board horses and dogs there. The pipeline runs for a mile under their property.
And the only way I can describe it to people is it was like having your head in a bucket of road tar for 3 or 4 days straight with no escape.
They never left their ranch during the spill, partially because they had to take care of their animals, and partly because no one ever told them they should leave. Susie is now angry about that.
They came and evacuated Refugio and all along the coast to El Capitan, which is entirely in front of our ranch. No one ever came here to monitor the air or to even speak with us about what was going on.
Mark and Susie's health problems began in the weeks following the spill, as toxic contaminated soil was dug up and trucked out right past their oceanfront property.
And I'm talking 200 trucks a day. It looked like a train, and I got very sick. And I finally went to a pulmonologist, a lung specialist. I had severe bronchial asthma. And my vocal cords were so irritated I could barely speak, and my sinuses. And I'm still going through that. I have a breathing test just tomorrow to see if it's finally back to normal.
And now I feel like I've been violated, and my home was violated, and my health has been violated, and our future has a little dark cloud over it now that it didn't have before.
Craig and Cindy wonder if they'll ever feel normal again. They're concerned about the long-term effects of the toxic and carcinogenic fumes they breathed in.
It makes me angry. I mean, I have to admit, I'm angry that the more research and things that we do about, how things were handled and everything, that they're just not prepared.
Radiographs.
The Michaelas have submitted claims to Plains All-American for business losses and medical bills, but say the company has been dragging its feet.
So they can have this oil business and make money out of it, that it's kind of a disregard with the effects it's going to happen on our health and our environment.
As for Mark and Susie Tottram, so far they've not submitted any damage claims. They feel they're still being violated and fear they don't yet know the full toll the spill has had on their health and on the health of their animals.
We feel that we're not done yet. We're having helicopters still every day at 7 o'clock. One of the cows just gave birth prematurely and the baby's dead.
Paula Lopez, News Channel 3.
And we reached out to Worley Catastrophic Response, who handled the claims for the BP disaster and is handling the claims for the refugio oil spill. We wanted to know why they hadn't responded to the Michaela's claim submission. Our calls were not returned. However, 4 days after contacting them, Plains All-American called the Michaela's with a settlement offer. They are currently in negotiations. As for the Tautrams, they feel they are still incurring damages from the spill cleanup. They are waiting to file that claim.